Welcome again to my course, Working in Child Protection Field. Any service you provide to people or any action you conduct must be legal and not conflict with laws, instructions, and legislations, whether the local or the international. Otherwise, you will get into legal problems or political problems or issues with the community you work in. It is the same in the field of child protection. In fact, we need laws, instructions, and legislations that provide legitimacy to our work and actions and legitimize the services we provide to children. Thus, before doing anything in this field, you should learn the legal framework for child protection field. The first thing in this topic is that you should know that all the services and activities we provide in this field and anything we are going to learn in this course is legitimized by something called Child Rights Convention, the convention that was issued by the United Nations in 1989, with the two additional protocols which were added in 2000 annexes. The adoption of the Child Rights Convention was the result of more than 6 decades of work to develop, arrange, and modify the international laws related to children's rights. In fact, the Geneva Declaration, which was issued in 1924, was the first international document on child rights and developed year after year until it reached the Child Rights Convention that was issued in 1989. This convention is considered as a unique list in its comprehensiveness of human rights standards related to children, in addition to the fact that it includes the economic, social, cultural, civil, and political rights of children. Also, this convention takes in consideration the rights of children in armed conflicts, also the rights of refugee children. This convention has something like global consensus, because all world countries took part and agreed upon it, except for a very small number of countries that did not sign or did not participate in it. As we just mentioned, this convention was adopted on November 20, 1989 and entered into effectiveness in September 1990. Added to that, an international committee was established under this convention to examine, follow up, and monitor how countries that signed this convention are committed and adhere to the articles of this convention. This committee is called the Child Rights Committee. Hence, this convention is the main legal material that supports our efforts in child protection domain. In addition to this convention, some other laws support our work as child protection workers. You should know that there is a section about child rights in the following laws, agreements, and treaties. First, human rights law, the international humanitarian law, the international refugee law, the UN Security Council resolutions, the national and regional laws. If you go through these laws, you will find a section related to child rights in each one of them. And this will add legitimacy and legality to what we offer in the field of child protection in addition to the convention we are talking about. We can say now that you now know the legal cover that will legitimize your work in child protection domain. But beside these laws, you should have some knowledge and awareness of the local laws, legislations, and instructions of the area or the country you work in, which mostly will support and agree with the laws that we just mentioned, maybe with some minor differences and additions that can be related to the cultural, social, political, and economic situation in the place in which you work in. Knowing and being aware of these local laws, legislations, and instructions will avoid getting into troubles and will help you to better understand the situation and to provide better quality of services to children. Back to our topic, the Child Rights Convention. You may ask and say, what is the content of this convention? Which is a very important question, because all the activities, services, and efforts that you will provide in this field, directly or indirectly, will work for the sake of supporting, implementing, and adhering to the terms of this convention. Also, you may ask, what are the components of this convention? In fact, this convention consists of 54 articles. These articles are divided into two groups. The first group consists of Article 1 to Article 42, and they are the articles that directly related to child rights. while the second group consists of Article 43 to Article 54, and they are the articles that are related to governments, agencies, and organizations that must monitor and implement all the articles in the first group. And one of the main entities to do so is Unicef, which plays the main role in monitoring and implementing and ensuring countries' commitment to this convention. Another question about this convention is, how can I see and find this convention? The answer is, you can search on internet about Child Rights Convention. You will find it easily, and you will find two versions of this convention. The first version is this one. It is the simple version in PDF file that you can download from any related website. As you can see, each number in this version or each image symbolizes a particular child right. For example, number 1 is the definition of the child. Number 2 is the right of non-discrimination. Number 3 is the best interests of the child. If you go further to number 19, you will find it the right of protection from violence. If you go to 31, it is the right to rest and play. If you go to 38, it is the right of protection during wars. And number 42 is the child right to know these rights. If you go down in this file, you will find a detailed and simple explanation of each of these items. But if you want to obtain this convention in other forms, you can go to UNICEF website. As you can see, you can download the child-friendly version from here. And if you just want to quickly review these articles, you will find these articles written in sequence as you can see. As we mentioned, Article 1 to 42 are the child rights articles. Again, as we mentioned, Articles 43 to 54 are the articles that show how this convention works and can be implemented. It is important for child protection workers to dedicate an hour to review the articles of this convention, and that will give you confidence and help you to work properly, and will avoid you to get into legal and social problems during your work or during delivering services to children. That was everything about the legal framework of child protection. Thanks very much and see you in the next video.